This is January 2nd, what seems like a 56th day of my traveling with this stupid green thing on my trailer. And I spent the night at the hotel. This is Cheyenne, Wyoming. And yesterday, because yesterday the road was closed, and I was checking on the map for sure, just east of this place, there was like too much ice on the road, and for some reason they couldn't fix it. And a section of I-80 just east of Cheyenne was closed, I think, till like 10 p.m. And I checked this morning, everything is open, the sky is blue. But I should have done that, but I stopped at the lunchroom at the hotel, and there was the TV was on, and they were giving the latest weather report. And of course, it's gonna snow pretty bad. Actually, it's snowing right now in Chicago, Illinois, and that's where I'm headed, right? But from here, it's still, I only did like 50% of my trip, like from Washington to Ontario. So I'm gonna take it slow because my delivery is Monday, and today is only what, Thursday? Yeah. So today I'm only gonna go to Lincoln, Nebraska. My permit said I can only start traveling with my oversized load January 2nd because of the holidays. So, and plus the wind now, at least I'm lucky in that the wind is blowing, from the west to the east. So eastbound wind, and I'm going east, which is a good coincidence. So hopefully by the time I reach Chicago, the snow storm will be over. I don't know, but here it's like blue sky. You'll see in a second on the dash cam when I switch cameras. Right now I'm just warming up my engine. So getting ready to leave. It's already, 9 o'clock local time, 11 Eastern. And there was lots of trucks. I just got lucky with the space as well because of the closed interstate. There were lots of trucks, people were like parking everywhere. Where there was any piece of asphalt, they were parking there. And I parked at the very end of the truck stop, I had to walk like 10 miles to the actual building. Well, a little bit less than that, but normally I don't do these, hotels like every day kind of thing, but this is holiday and I want to relax, so this was expensive, but a very nice hotel. What was it? Quality Inn, right next to the Flying J here, and the usual rate was, like she said, $100, but for truckers, when you have a CDL or AZ license, you get like $30 off, so it was okay. Alright, so I got my protein bar, I got water, and I made some tea, my own tea, and this Flying J charges for cups. And I said, I have water. And the guy says, well, I have to charge you for a cup. I said, please do, because I would hate Flying J to go broke. So the guy says, don't shoot the messenger. And then he says, you want to use your points, your pilot card points, because each time we fuel, right, we can swipe a card like this, and you collect bonus points, and you get free showers, and then also you can use it as money. And the guy says, you want to use your points? I said, I'm not sure if I have any. He says, oh, you got $9. Hey, so we just used that against the purchase, which was about like lots of money, because I bought an audiobook, because I'm tired of staring in the distance. And what I have today is this guy. I'm not sure how to say his last name. Iles, probably an immigrant, Immigrants, that's what's wrong with this country. Taking jobs from Americans, Don't get me started. But anyway, it's a good thriller. A nerve-shattering thriller with enough twists and surprises to last a lifetime. It's basically about a kidnapping, some con man, like a career criminal kidnaps kids and then gets ransom from rich parents, and he does it in a way so that they don't go to the police. I don't know how. He probably finds some secrets in each family, but this time he met his match, because it says here, but this man has never met Will and Karen Jennings, like the main characters. He's a doctor and she's a homemaker. Anyway, 1 pill of magnesium, check. 1 pill of potassium, check. B1, check. 1 pill of iron, check. Alright, let's go. I'm leaving the truck stop. This is Flying J.
After 200 meters, turn right, West College Drive, then turn left.
And straight ahead is the hotel where I spent the night. It was very nice. The internet was fast, that's what I like, so I was able to upgrade my GPS because I have lifetime map updates, but it takes lots of data. It's like the new map is like 2 gigabytes. And I definitely don't want to use my own internet because, I only have 10 a month.
Turn right, West College Drive, then turn left.
But lots of these free Wi-Fi networks are very slow because, of course, they don't want you to upload huge files. But this hotel worked fine, and hey, I paid for the room, right? So at least I got a new map, the new map update. Look at the sky. Beautiful. Again, it's hard to believe that somewhere
Turn left, Interstate 25 northbound, US 87 northbound, then take the exit right.
it's hard to believe that somewhere there's a snowstorm. Alright, 25 to 80.
Turn left, then take the exit right. 18.
My transmission
Eastbound towards Omaha.
My transmission is still cold. Didn't want to go into 5 low. I had to go into 5 high. Well, one more thing I noticed yesterday related to the truck is that when I was climbing those hills, when the turbo boost reached 42, I started hearing some sound, from the under the hood.
Take the exit right, 18, Interstate 80 eastbound, towards Omaha, then take the freeway.
I'm gonna kill this, I'm gonna kill this TomTom one day. But anyway, so I had this sound, and that's the air-to-air leaking.
Take the exit right, then take the freeway.
And I tightened all the clamps, and it seemed to be better now, but I think I have to replace some of them. And we are on the ramp to I-80 eastbound, which will take me all the way to Chicago, and the snowstorm. And my cruise control is set at 91 kilometers an hour and neck braking speed. And it's about, I'm doing 1270, 1280 RPM. And this is the area on I-80 just east of Cheyenne that was closed yesterday. You can see the ice in the left lane. And it's 34 Fahrenheit or +1. And because of all these hills around us, I think, because this is still an elevation, so too much moisture, that's why it was closed yesterday. So 700 kilometers to go to Lincoln, Nebraska. Yeah, the road here looks pretty bad. Check out the dirt on my windshield. Colorado. Well, never mind. And so the hills are getting smaller, the roads are getting cleaner, the sky is still blue. See, exit 1, so the numbers start again from 1. And I'm officially in the US Midwest. At least that's what Landstar Lowboard calls it. Nebraska is part of the Midwest region. And from here sometimes I can find a load to Ontario. But from Wyoming there's rarely anything back to Ontario, Canada. So that's progress, I think. And here's I see a truck, a Western Star. This is a delivery guy. Actually, for you guys, this is an interesting job. You know, I almost went into this myself. Delivering new trucks. You basically pick up kind of like a road train of 3 or 4 brand new trucks, and you deliver them to customers all over the country, and then the company will fly you in an airplane to your new destination. I don't think they make too much money, but you know, you drive a brand new truck and you sleep at the hotel every night. And I got an offer from a company in Burlington, Ontario, but what I did not like was that they said it was the responsibility of the driver to buy fuel. I said, what? This is your truck. I'm just a driver. Why do I buy fuel? Because, you know, if you pick this up, let's say, in Portland, Oregon, where the Freightliner plant is, and you deliver it to Montreal, Quebec, you know, you're gonna spend a whole bunch of money on fuel. It's just, you know, not fair. But for someone who starts out, this can be an interesting experience, you know. Western Star. Handmade. I like how they put your name on the door. You know, when you buy a Western Star, they say designed for, or I think engineered for, and they put your real name on the door. It's like kind of a custom engineered truck. I don't think anyone else does it. Western Star is the only one. Well, it's my first stop. I'm at the Flying J in Big Springs, Nebraska. This is exit 107 of I-80. And just wanted to tell you guys about something I just discovered. I stopped here, got some tea, got some bars. Like now, it seems that everywhere these K bars, K-Log Special, are selling for 99 cents, which is like almost 50% off. Good deal. They do have a bit of a sugar, you know, like 20 grams, but 5 grams of fiber, 10 grams of protein. Good. I got my own tea in an old bag, but I checked my email and I see there's that missing Ontario permit I was waiting for, because I have all the rest. All the permits are here except Ontario. Now, a good thing to remember about permits is that to check that it's your truck, because people that email you the permit, you know, they have million of problems just like all of us, right? So just the other day I got 2 permits for the same state. Like Nebraska, I got 2 permits. One was, I checked the license plate, one was mine and the other one was for someone else. So that poor guy is probably still waiting for his permit. I don't know. But anyway, so check the license plate always. Once you do that, you know that that's your permit. The next important thing is to check the dates when the permit is valid. It'll say from to. So I know all these little tricks because that's how they catch you. That's how you get tickets. I look at mine, and once again I'm in Big Springs, Nebraska, probably like 1,000 miles away from Ontario. And today is January 2nd. I repeat, January 2nd. I'm 1,000 miles away. And the permit says valid from January 2nd to January 3rd. You got that, right? So something is not, you know, kosher here, because I cannot be there in 1,000, you know, tomorrow. Basically, it's a wasted permit. Thank you, ComData. By the way, the cost, just the government fee, is $125, and my delivery is near London, Ontario, which is 1 hour or just over 60 miles east of Port Huron, Michigan, of the border with the US. So these guys charge $125 for basically 65 miles, because there's another little stretch I have to take from London towards that little town where this composter is going. So basically they charge like $1 per kilometer. I don't know. And they gave me wrong dates. Well, but now another thing to check is the weight. You know, like you check dimensions, like did they give you the correct dimensions? Because okay, mine is like only 10 feet. There's a little chance they'll make a mistake there, but if you have a really wide load like 12 feet or 13 feet, you want to check that, because you know the first scale that stops you, they'll say, hey, can I see your permit? And they, oh, you only allowed 12 feet. Well, I asked them for 14. Well, we don't know, we have the paper in hand, it says 12, so here's your ticket. But I didn't even bother looking at that. I know I'm fine because I'm almost legal. But one thing I paid attention to was the weight, and this is the second time I noticed something really wrong. Basically, I got 3 axles, and they spaced very far. Like there's a big space between axles. Like in Western Canada, people keep staring at my trailer because it's clearly an Ontario trailer, because I have 1.8 meters between axles, or 6 feet. So I have a big tridem, 12 feet, which in Ontario, Canada, you get legal weight, of 24,000 kgs. 24,000 kgs legal. You don't need any permit to put that on the trailer. Now for our Korean friends, we want to translate that. 2.2 times 24 is, what is it, 52.8. So almost 53,000 pounds is still legal. Now these guys, I look at the permit, it says the load cannot exceed this much on the steer axle, this much on the drive axle, and 21,700 kgs on the tridem. Like, what the heck? This is the second time they do this. For some reason they don't even give me a legal size. And another trick in Ontario is that you cannot exceed 11 kgs per 1 millimeter of your tires. So that way they try to you know, curb the enthusiasm of heavy haulers that want to put small tires. You know, they put 235 tire, or I don't know, 215 tire, but mine's at 255 tires, you know. Oh boy, don't get me started. And 255 times 4, because there's 4 tires on the axle, times 11, that's 11,220 kgs, times 3 is 33,600 kgs, right? These guys are giving me 21,700. Oh boy. So, well, at least it's inside my load weight, but I got this book, right? Highly recommend it. It's not too accurate, but still gives you like nice info sometimes, like in this case. Oversized load, oversized reference book, and mine is 2012. So what I did is I opened the section for Ontario, and there's a phone number right there for MTO, Ministry of Transportation, and even includes the extension number. And I'm thinking, okay, today's January the 2nd, who's going to be in the office? But I just got curious, you know. I want to call these guys and find out what the heck is going on. I called the number, I hit that extension, someone answers, I say, I have a question about the permit I just got. I'm a trucker going into Ontario, I'm Ontario based. And she transfers me to some kind of a secret consultant. But I talked for like 10 minutes, and she surprised herself that I got less than legal weight on my tridem, right? But I'm just, you know, what's the point of having a 3-axle trailer with large spacing if you cannot even get a legal weight limit on it, right? But she wasn't able to help me. I thought these guys made some kind of a boo-boo, you know. But she said she wants to see the application. And I said, what application? And she says, well, the permit company you use. I said, ComData. She says, yeah, ComData, they fill out an application online, and unless she sees that, she cannot tell me what went wrong. And I said, hey, I can give you the permit number. She said, no, that's not going to help me. Go figure. They issue a permit, I got a reference number, I get the permit number, she cannot look it up because she has to see the actual application. But we talked some more, and I said, you know what, maybe I'm thinking this is the second time this is happening, because I think ComData is an American company and payment company, and they're not familiar with Ontario laws. And I know, right, that I tried them for the trailer space like this gives you 24,000 kgs legally. And I said, you know, I've been thinking that maybe I should just get an annual permit. And she says, because these guys are Americans, right, so they don't know the Canadian reality there, and they just probably overlook something. And this lady says, well, that might be a good idea. So that's what I can do. I can pay, let's say, like, look, this one permit costs $125. That's just the government fee, plus the ComData will charge me an administration fee, right? Whereas for $400, I can get an annual fee, let's say up to maximum weight, you know, whatever they will allow me. And there it's very detailed application. You write down, you know, your tire size, everything, your spacing, and these guys, they're very good. Like, you know, you give them the correct information, they'll give you the correct answer. And for $400 I can get an annual permit for that maximum weight. And let's say I choose, give me the width of 11 feet, you know, then any load that I do for Landstar or for myself, if I get my own authority, under 11 feet will be covered in that. But if I take a load, let's say 12 feet wide, then I'll have to get a second permit. But still, you know, like compared to what these guys are charging for 65 miles, an annual permit, especially in light of all these mistakes, you know, an annual permit seems like a good idea. And I know pretty much most guys based in one state, they always do this, because then, you know, I always come and go from Ontario, right? So this is my home base. So if I have an oversized load, it makes sense that I will always need an Ontario permit, you know. Whereas with other jurisdiction, I can go, let's say now I'm coming from Washington, another time I can be coming from South Carolina, but I always will end up in Ontario, or let's say maybe Quebec, if there's a delivery, you know, nearby. So anyway, that was my rant about permits. They're pricey, they're often incorrect, and basically you have to take care of everything yourself, just as many other aspects of trucking. Thanks for listening. Let's switch now to my dash cam. All right. That was a long rant, but I hope you guys still awake, and gals. So we're leaving this sad Big Springs, Nebraska, and the weather is like spring, you know, like look at the sky, Jesus. But there's lots of puddles on the ground, and I see like pieces of very old snow. So it did snow here before, but no snow in the grass, in the fields. Oh, and I've been listening to this thriller, like a really great book, you know, about a sociopath. Like, this guy's amazing. What he does one stunt a year. You know, he's not like a serial killer, but he abducts children for money, and then his like entire operation is meticulously planned, and he's not doing it for sex or for some kind of weird stuff, but it's only for money. And he does it in a way so that no FBI is involved and no one is hurt, except of course that he beats up the wives. And well, he's like a scoundrel, you know, like a total idiot, lunatic. But he plans his operation in such a way that the victims are so scared that, you know, because he uses the fear for the child's life as the main motivator. And it's like, it's really well written, you know, even though I don't like the topic too much, but this guy, actually I learned that his name is pronounced Iles. I-L-E-S, Iles. It's a good thriller. And I like buying these audiobooks because they do help, you know, pass the time when you're driving, especially trying to save fuel. So I'm driving like it's very slow. Everybody's passing me. I don't give a damn. The less I drive, the more money I'll have in my on my fuel card when I get to Ontario. All right, 80 east. Yeah, this way. Yeah, if you notice, my Tommy Boy GPS is silent because I finally smartened up and I turned off the voice navigation. So basically, I cut its vocal cords, at least for now, because it does get annoying. And we're back on the interstate, almost. Very sharp turn. Let's check the rear wheels. Alright, they're on the asphalt. And the sky is blue and the birds are singing. But we're riding towards a snowstorm in Chicago. Oh boy. And this is my second stop in a town that reminds me of my younger years. The town is called, believe it or not, Odessa. O-D-E-S-S-A. Odessa. And of course there's a town like that in Ukraine, near the Black Sea.
Highway 10B, Odessa Road.
And then I know there's an Odessa in Texas. And this one is a tiny little truck stop, Sepp Brothers. Diesel 383 per gallon, regular gas 309.
Turn right.
Turn right. Yeah.
After 400 meters, turn left, then take the freeway.
And the sky is still blue. There's very little snow, as you can see on the sides of the road. Beautiful picture. But I see some cloudy skies on the horizon. So sure enough, I'm pretty sure there's something in there. But this was my last stop before the final destination. For today, 210 kilometers to go, roughly 2 hours, 20 minutes. At my current speed of 91 kilometers per hour.